So, Mike, thanks very much for taking time to speak with us here on Skype. You're in Melbourne, Australia, a former Cork man, and we're here to talk about your song that you've penned for the Rugby World Cup, which is taking place in September. Give us a bit of a background, Mike, as to why you've put this song together and what the driving force behind it is.
Well, I guess growing up in Cork, it's a fanatical sports city, whether it's the rugby or whether it's the GAA. Or even soccer after the time of a day, because he mind you. And I've always been, how do I put passionate? I guess it's a passionate, everybody in Cork, there is no in between. We're passionate for one side or the other. And growing up, we've got, I guess I was stuck between the balance of GAA and rugby, and at that time, it is not the type of game it is now. It was very rugged. The pitches weren't as they were, and so on. And really, it was a wonderful atmosphere to be involved in at the time. And you looked at the players on the pitch, and really, it was about them.
Okay.
And I look back now, and I think, where do the fans get involved and what else could we do? And so therefore, I wanted to write a song that was for the fans, but also for the players, and have that double thing, instead of the fans being at one side and the players in the other side. And that way it got the fans more involved.
And the fans, obviously, the name of the song is Over the Line, and obviously that song is written by yourself. But you might just give us an overview as to how you've taken it a step further with the guys that are on the ground in Japan.
Well, I did a demo here in Melbourne, and looking to know how we were going to get it into mainstream. But also in doing it, I wanted this to work with people who are of the same passion as myself, where I didn't just want to give this song to anyone. I wanted to give somebody for the sole purpose of all the proceeds of this was going to go to the IRFU, for the charity, for the players on days gone by who were injured, and also those who suffered other health issues. And Johnsons Motorcar, a Japanese band who has a frontline singer of Blacko Muir, who is a Belfast guy. And it's a great combination. They do a punk rock version of what I did. And so I really was I was excited the fact that they were so passionate about wanting to do it, but not only that is they come on board to the fact is, okay, hey, we will do this, all contributions or all subscriptions, all royalties, we will donate exactly as you did and everybody else. So we're doing it for the passion, for the fans and for the charity and for Ireland. This is our year.
And regarding the song, Mike, how can people access the song and how can they actually contribute to the charity?
It'll be on iTunes, I believe, in about 10 days' time now. I spoke to Blacko in Japan a couple of days ago. You will know the dates for more conversation at the moment. You can put up on your screen so they can download it. Or if they can make a contribution, even the price of a half pint, it would be a lovely gesture considering this is such an amazing year for Irish rugby. And it's gone to an amazing charity, a charity that has given us now probably the highest profile in rugby in the world that we've never had before. But let's look back to where the foundation of this game came from. And this is all about giving something back.
And the people that you've spoken to already, I know we've spoke over the last couple of months. What sort of people are aware of the song and the public awareness of the song being put out there? Just if you can give us a bit of a background as to who you've spoken to already.
Well, the ambassador, the Irish ambassador in Japan, along with my son, was in New Zealand a couple of weeks ago, interviewed Ron O'Gara. Ron's got a copy of it in his hand. And Moss Keane, one of our great Munster players, Moss is well aware of it and has a copy of it as well. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of support because it's very simplistic. it's very repetitive, and it's a call to arms. It's a brave heart type of song. Let's go, let's go. Hey, as I said earlier, I think we're fed up with being the bridesmaid. We want to be the bride. And we want a slice of the cake ourselves this year. So and we deserve it.
So it's a song that hopefully once we get it out there, and we at Unity are making a bit of a video about it just to promote it. But the song hopefully will be recognised and be sang in the pub scene, both in Japan and in Ireland at the time of the World Cup.
Absolutely. And in America. So let's not kid ourselves. It'll be done in New York as well, I can assure you. It's a great. I'd love to be sitting down in the Oak, in Oliver Plunkett Street, having more than 1 or 2 pints, and I could just imagine the atmosphere. Not for me, but it's just the excitement of the fans having that push behind the team.
And Mike, in your own personal capacity, how did you end up in Melbourne? Give us just a brief overview as to your own background as a Cork man in Melbourne now.
It's rather quirky, actually, because when I decided I was going to migrate, trying to figure out where we were going to go, what you're going to do, and then realizing that Ron Delaney won the gold medal for Ireland in 1956. Gee, he did well there. Maybe that might get a bit of a rub off from there. So that was really, and that was taken in a 2-second decision. Yeah, so where else were I going to go? Ron Delaney did well, Ireland. It was amazingly inspiring at the time. Why not? He did it.
How often would you get back to Ireland, back to Cork, Mike?
I'm usually there every year, if not twice. I've been to all of Munster's European Cup finals. I'm a rugby tragic.
Okay, and your own background, Mike. When you went to Australia, what is it that you ended up working at for the last number of years?
I worked for Mazda for about 9 years here, and then I went into the finance industry, and I spent 35 years in financial planning and setting up our own business. And I've just finished about 18 months ago, which gives me a lot more time to do a lot more things like this at the moment, which is a joy and a pleasure to be in the position to be able to give something back. And hopefully this will add to the additions of other little charity things that I'm involved in, yeah.
Well, Mike, thanks very much for allowing Unity Media to come on board with this great project where, like yourselves, we love to be able to help people out and give back. And specifically when it's to do with charity, the bit of effort that we need to do to get behind it is immense. But I suppose, what would the last thing that you would say to people who are watching this to be able to get behind the song?
Look, support Ireland. It's our year. Support the charity, which be mindful of the fact is we're out there enjoying the glory this year. And if we get it, let's not forget the people who started off this thing many years back, who may not have the same pleasure as we do at the moment. Give it thought to them. But better again, give up a half pint, the price for a half pint, and donate to the charity. I think that way we'll all get a good feeling about this year's World Cup. And I'd also like to thank yourselves for taking the opportunity or coming on board with this. You guys do amazing work. It's a pleasure to work with you guys. And I wish you luck. I wish the fans a great session in the pub. And I wish Ireland, this is our year. I'll be in Japan and I'll be shouting for them as well.
Well, Mike, enjoy your trip over to Japan. We'll certainly be watching it here from Ireland. Thanks again for joining us here on Unity Media, and we look forward to promoting the video. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on.